What is happening? Are you driving the Formula V or the Forumula Ford with auto clutch or auto blip? Then this video is for you. Class is in session, y'all. Let's get into it. So before we get into the lesson, why am I doing this? Well, it's the start of another week in iRacing and I'm yet to get out on the track. I've been prioritising writing a little bit more, and the writer that I am, I procrastinate a lot. And when I procrastinate, I read your comments and reply to them. And I've had a couple of questions. Snappy writes, can you narrate your driving in a video please, mate? E.g. blipping, cornering, other vehicle commentary, braking, timing, etc. Well, Snappy, one thing I'm trying to do a little less of while I drive on YouTube is talk. So you're asking me to do that more. But one of the things that you've asked me to cover, blipping, we will certainly get into today. Another one from Rob J. Davies. Hi, mate. Hi, Rob. I think you use manual gears. Yes, I do. I still use Auto Blip as I can't fathom how to do it manually. Any chance of a vid of how to do it? I don't have a clutch pedal. Nor do I, Rob. But I do have clutch paddles. So I thought today that will be the subject of today's class. Let's get into it. But before we do that, I think it's important for me to tell you what gear that I'm using, because your mileage may vary depending on your software, etc. So let me drag across, and as you've probably seen in some of my videos, I am using the Wheelwise SIMAGIC FX Pro. Good bit of kit, where I've been through a few of these. I've had problems with the faceplate clicking and rotating a little bit in my hand, but I've got a good unit now. It's going quite well. Wheelbase wise, I've got the SIMAGIC Alpha 15 Newton meter. Would love to try the Zeus lineup and an Evo wheelbase, SIMAGIC. Now, we really do hate asking this, but as an old guy who up until a couple of weeks ago had really no idea how to edit a video, the learning curve for doing this for me has been immense. So all I ask in return is, if this has helped you in any little way, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and maybe share the video to someone else who you think may benefit from it. Thank you. As stated, what we'll get you to do is load up a test drive session. I'm choosing the Formula V Classic Circuit de Lebanon in France, which is this week's Formula V track. Load that up while you're doing, or while that is loading up. Get your wheel or base software ready. For me, it's SimPro Manager V2.1.8. Have that ready. If you haven't, pause the video now, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, we've loaded up a test session, and I've got my wheel software up here. I'm in the device area. I've got the FX Pro selected. First thing you want to do, make sure you do not have the sync button checked. If you do, it'll come up with this ratio area here where you can then select a bite point. So the simple description of how you use that is, light goes green, you dump one of the clutches down to the bite point, then you ease out till you go. It's a really good way to start, and it's actually probably the preferred way to start a lot of the vehicles here, but it's not the best way to change gears down the line. So we're going to uncheck that, and then just double check in here that you can use both of your clutches up to 100%. Next, go into the test session, settings, driving aids. Okay, so you likely at the moment have auto clutch or auto blip selected. Just to take the risk out of it, I go anti-stall clutch, but if you're hardcore, you can go none. So let's go anti-stall clutch here. You need to pull the clutch in before you pull the gear in. Most of us probably know that at this stage. What may confuse you is in relation to the dual clutch system. And now to make it simpler for my small brain, you can just set it up so you have just the one clutch going at a time. I've got it that I can use 2 clutches, which I'll go try and find quickly. The setting for that, it's probably going to be in keybinds. Okay, yep, so go down to keybinds, in car, second clutch, and I set that to the left one. So that is set, yeah, so assume that you know that. So when I'm going down gears, I just use the left clutch. When I'm going up gears, I use the right clutch to keep it simple for P-brain over here. So 6300, there or thereabouts. This is 3, huh? Sorry, track marshal. Tell you what, do something really weird for your head. If you don't suffer from nausea when you're racing, try going backwards in the car really quickly. Oh, that sent my head into a spin. Okay, third and final attempt. I've gone with auto clutch with this one, but I will start it off the line with a clutch so I can get that the same. Didn't seem too bad actually. Garbage. So, what do you think of the results? Not a huge amount in it, but I think if you look at 2 or 3 tenths here or there off the line, that might be the difference between you staying in position, losing a position, or maybe even gaining a position. And then also, if you consider every single gear change that you do during a race, that could be seconds, which is the difference between winning or losing. So it's at least worth giving it a go. Let me know how you go with it. And as I was asked, this is the way that I do it. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it or the absolute meta way of doing it. If you've got a better way, please let me know. Let's all learn here together. And also, if somebody knows the button method of doing a clutch start or clutch or gear changes, also let us know down in the comments. That would be great. Now, last but not least, let's get on to Snappy's request and show you some blipping techniques. Now, if you're going to use manual gearing, it's essential that you do it in the Formula V and in the Formula Ford and a range of other vehicles for that matter that are on iRacing, but I'm not going to go through the list of every vehicle that you do need to do that with, but there is quite a few. So let's get out on track in the Formula Ford and I will show you some blipping. And for you foot freaks out there, got a little something special for you. Okay, let's do a lap of Circuit de Lebanon, concentrating on blipping technique. Just take notice of the timing of the little bit of blip of accelerator in relation to my gear changes, and that I'm not giving it too much. You don't want to be lurching forward, you just want it to be nice and smooth, match the engine revs. I'll show you one up here where I don't blip at all. Don't blip and you risk locking up the rear axle, heavy compression lock and spinning out. Okay, no blipping again up here. Say we'd be clean. And there's a really bad lap for you. Shit. Braking red line. Let's get this thing around. Braking red line, accelerator, green line. I can't do two things at once.